I have a feeling this is going to be painful. I'm about to do content searches for every book on my shelf. Crazy? I know. We're going to use Chat GPT to do this. What is Chat GPT, you ask? Simply put, it's an AI chatbot that will answer any and every question that you have for it. And this is live footage of me questioning my life. Oh, I'm nervous for this, you guys. Let's hope and pray I don't have to get rid of too many books right now. As always, Grace is behind the scenes, and you will probably be hearing a lot of toddler noises, but that's okay. She's here to party. I'm thinking so that these videos are not super duper long, I'm just going to do one shelf at a time per video. So let's just start with the top shelf for today, and it consists of classics. So I'm just going to pull each one off and show it to you guys so that you know what we're working with, what books are on this shelf that we are going to do a little bit of research on. So let me show you. Hercule Poirot's Silent Night, Murder for Christmas and Three Other Great Mysteries, By the Pricking of My Thumbs, Murder on the Orient Express, A Study in Scarlet and the Sign of the Four, The Hound of the Baskervilles, The Blue Castle, The Invisible Man, Animal Farm, Emma, The Hiding Place, Around the World in 80 Days, To Kill a Mockingbird, Pride and Prejudice, Oliver Twist, The Legend of Sleepy Hollow, My Antonia, The Picture of Dorian Gray, The Three Musketeers, and last but not least, The Great Gatsby. Okay, now that you all know what all's on the shelf, I'm going to get to it and do some research. Let's go. So, the main thing that I'm going to be using Chat GPT for is looking to see if any of these books contain instances where the Lord's name is being taken in vain. So, I'll just simply type in Chat GPT, does this book by this author take the Lord's name in vain? And usually it will give you a straight up answer. There are certain ones where you might have to ask a follow up question or two to truly get an answer, but for the most part, it's been a helpful resource for me. But asking this question about these books is going to really be helpful for me because typically, if a book takes the Lord's name in vain, it's an automatic DNF for me, unless I'm like 90% into the book. By that point, I'm going to finish it, but it's definitely going to lower my rating for the book. So, if I can figure out if these books have instances of that and save myself some time and heartache, that's what we're going to do. I have gone through the list of our first set of books. And with ChatGPT, I was able to see which books on that shelf took the Lord's name in vain, and there's quite a stack here. Yeah. This is really disappointing, y'all. But it is what it is, and I know that if I kept these books on my shelves and I read them, that it would just end up being a disappointment to me. So I'm glad to make some more room on my shelf for some books that I will absolutely love and not have any issues with. So let's run through these books so that hopefully it's helpful to you in case if you also don't like the Lord's name being taken in vain, then maybe this will save you some time too and not picking these books up. So let's get into this stack that I am unhauling. Okay, the first one I'm unhauling actually it doesn't take the Lord's name in vain. I just have an extra copy of Emma by Jane Austen that I don't need. I like the other copy that I have better. So that one is leaving. And then sadly, The Hound of the Baskervilles by Sir Arthur Conan Doyle takes the Lord's name in vain. So we will be unhauling this one. Also, if ChatGPT has steered me wrong with any of these, and you're like, no, Whitney, that book actually doesn't take the Lord's name in vain, please let me know in the comments. But for now, they're going to be unhauled, and we're just going to trust in ChatGPT. Okay. This one is pretty painful because I just recently got this and was feeling pretty excited about it. Because it has the very first like Sherlock Holmes book in it. But again, it's okay. So, A Study in Scarlet and The Sign of the Four. So, this was a bind up of those two books. I will be unhauling this one. The Three Musketeers by Alexander Dumas. Getting cut. Agatha Christie, Murder on the Orient Express is leaving the building. H.G. Wells, The Invisible Man. George Orwell, Animal Farm. I'm really not sad to see this go. I think I read it in high school. Didn't love it. Wasn't super interested, but had it on my shelf just in case. Around the World in 80 Days by Jules Verne. I was surprised by that one. I don't know why. This one kind of hurts because I wanted to do a reread of this. I know I read it in high school. Don't remember any of it. To Kill a Mockingbird by Harper Lee apparently takes the Lord's name in vain. So let me know if that's inaccurate. Because I would love to keep this and reread it. But unhauling for now. The Picture of Dorian Gray by Oscar Wilde. Okay, I can't remember if this one actually does take the Lord's name in vain, but I'm just not interested, so I'm going to unhaul it anyways. And that's The Legend of Sleepy Hollow. Oliver Twist by Charles Dickens. My Antonia by Willa Cather. By the Pricking of My Thumbs by Agatha Christie. Another Agatha Christie. This actually has a bunch of different books within this bind up, and I looked, and every single one of them does use the Lord's name in vain, so that is leaving. Not sure how well I'm gonna do with reading Agatha Christie in this new year. That was one of my goals for 2025 was to read Agatha Christie and Sherlock Holmes, but man, it's looking like a lot of those books take the Lord's name in vain. What can you do? I just recently bought this, y'all. How frustrating. The Great Gatsby. Never read it. Never gonna read it. This last one hurts. I mean, it's just a beautiful edition of this. I think I've showed before, but there's like, can I open to an illustration with one hand? Probably not. There's just really pretty illustrations in here. But you know what? It ain't worth it. Let it go. Just let it go. Okay. Look at my classic shelf now. Looking pretty sad now. So, what do we have left? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 books left on this top classics shelf. And this one is honestly iffy because I couldn't get a straightforward answer from Chat GPT about this one. So I did a quick skim, didn't see anything. Then I'm like, if I've not read an actual Agatha Christie about Hercule Poirot, should I even read this? Like, is it even going to be worth my time? Or is it just going to make me frustrated that I can't read Agatha Christie? I don't know. I'll keep it for now. If you guys have read this, let me know if you think if it's worth a read, especially if I've never read Agatha Christie before. For now, it will stay on the shelf. The Hiding Place by Corrie ten Boom gets to stay. Jane Austen, Emma gets to stay. The Blue Castle by L.M. Montgomery gets to stay. And Pride and Prejudice by Jane Austen gets to stay. Well, I would say this was pretty successful. Somewhat painful, but successful. And it's going to save me a lot of heartache and time in the future. And it's going to leave more room for me to buy more books, right? Is this my excuse to buy more books? Probably. Okay, that is going to be it for this first installment of my Cutthroat Unhaul challenge. Oh, we will see what the future shelves have in store for us and how many books I'm going to end up getting rid of total. I will keep a running number. We will see. How many books are actually here that I'm getting rid of? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. I'm unhauling 17 books total. That's a lot of books. It actually feels pretty good to let these go, knowing that it's the right decision and that I'm really honoring my convictions that I'm feeling from the Holy Spirit. So, in a way, it definitely feels kind of freeing. I like unhauling books. I love hauling books as well, but this feels good. I like it. Until next time, I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.